Historically, everybody from any emerging media kind of suffers from an echo chamber. So I think when you bring audiences and you're starting to see this cross-pollination on the media in general, as well as the audiences, that's a huge opportunity. So I would say just getting the right people in the room is big, and I think the opportunity, which sounds boring, but it is really the same thing year after year, is education. And I think the more that we educate, it doesn't matter what level that you're at on education. It could be, entry level, or it could be like advanced. I think it's so important to be able to do that. So I think those are huge opportunities for audio and entertainment. So I come from digital audio, so obviously a little keen to leaning in on that, but I have ventured out and I have gone into gaming, and I have looked at a few other entertainment content sessions. What really stood out to me, it goes back to that cross-pollination that I mentioned before, is this like recommendation engine. So like maybe it's fandom recommending audiences that can be tied into audio. You're seeing other audio formats taking television and streaming content consumption habits and using that as a recommendation for a music playlist or back and forth. So I think to me that really stood out is, again, understanding that the audiences aren't just living in a silo and where they consume content, that it's across the board, and we're at a huge advantage to be able to start doing recommendations that way. AI. So I come from the States, so AI is a little bit more advanced, specifically in digital audio and what's out there around creative generation. I honestly didn't expect to have a conversation about that here at the level that I've had, but it's been really leaned into. I think it's been really great that people are seeing it. They're not afraid of it. I come from a world where people were afraid of the word programmatic, but really leaning into AI and realizing that it's an additive and it's meant to support the human element. So that's been pretty exciting. Being my job is a global role. I think what makes it so special is to see the differences and how those are opportunities between the different markets. I think seeing this event really expand out into a Europe kind of focus versus just kind of being siloed to the UK makes me excited. And the other thing that I candidly love is the curated element to the content. So I know I'm not going to see repetition of presentations because it is really a thoughtful content and theme structure, which I really love the approach that Ad Wanted takes on that. Engaging, intriguing, relevant.